The Rangers head into a crucial Game 5 at the Garden tonight, so let's check in with New York Post Rangers beat writer Mollie Walker to get her thoughts on all things blue shirts. And Mollie, we're going to have some fun today. We've got some video questions that some fans sent in for you as well. Before we get to those, though, we're hours away from puck drop. Thoughts on this Game 5, and is this a crucial Game 5 or a must-win Game 5 to you?
I don't think we're at must-win just yet, but definitely crucial. It's come down to a best of three, and this is just how the series has gone, and I think everybody was expecting it to be this way. Two of the best teams in the Eastern Conference going at it in a really hard-fought series. We've had 4 unbelievable games, and this is a very big game for the Rangers, especially playing at home. They don't want to let that pass them by.
Huge game. The banter back and forth from blue shirt fans have been going crazy on social media. A lot of people have reached out to me to ask my thoughts, but they don't want to hear from me. You cover this team. You've been around them this entire year. So here's our first fan video for you.
Hi, Mollie Walker. This is Joe from the Broadway Block Podcast. We've seen the second, third, and fourth line step up in the last 3 Eastern Conference Finals games. What do the New York Rangers need to do tonight to get Mika Zibanejad and Chris Kreider started early?
Your thoughts, Mollie?
Well, I think everyone likes to talk about how much it matters who plays on the right wing of that line, but whoever plays there is very unlikely to be directly responsible for getting Chris Kreider and Mika Zibanejad going. It's got to be up to those guys and those guys alone to find a way to fight through it and figure out the tough matchup they've had against Florida's top line with Alexander Barkov, who is the Selke winner this season for a reason as the best defensive forward in the NHL. I mean, Mika's got to get to the middle of the ice more and own the puck more, and Chris Kreider has to live up to that reputation he has as the best net front presence in the league. I mean, those guys are so important to this team, and it's offensive production that it's hard to imagine the Rangers winning this series without their help on the score sheet.
Yeah, that big three's got to be a big three, and it's not pressure because pressure is a privilege, especially when you're playing here in New York. We got a second one for you, Mollie. Here we go.
What's up, Brandon and Mollie? Brendan from Rangers Iced Brew here. Mollie, I got a quick question for you. When you're looking at Game 5, obviously, it's a crucial game. It's now a best of 3 with 2 of the next 3 at MSG. What do you think about the Rangers lineup, especially when it comes to the first line right wing? Last game we saw Jack Roslovic, we saw Kaapo Kakko kind of switch spots a little bit. It's kind of been a rotation for the last couple of games. Does Filip Chytil re-enter the lineup, and if so, does he get another shot at the first line right wing, or do you think they go back with either one of Kaapo Kakko or Jack Roslovic? Thanks for the answer.
First off, that dude looks like he can play on the third line. Mollie, you got the answer for his question.
Well, word out of morning skate today is that Filip Chytil was, in fact, on the right wing of that top line, and he also got reps on the second power play unit, which is a pretty good indicator that he'll be in the lineup tonight. I don't hate that line combination, and Mika Zibanejad was actually talking about how he likes sharing the centerman responsibilities with Chytil, and it sounded like he enjoyed having Chytil on his wing in general. It's a line that hasn't had a lot of time together, so I imagine it's going to take a bit to develop some chemistry, but it has looked like a strong unit at times, and I do think that it is probably the best way to get the most out of Filip Chytil at this moment in time.
All right, last but not least, here's our last video.
Hello, Mollie. This is Mr. Glass Half Full from New York Revival. We love your work, but we have a very important question to ask you about Game 5 tonight. Feels like the New York Rangers have been playing defense for 70% of the last 2 games. That Florida Panther forecheck is killing us. What is Laviolette and this coaching staff doing to combat this? Are they trying to preach a new strategy? Or are they trying to stick to the same strategy and hope for better results? Please tell us, Mollie, how this team can play more offense and less defense. It seems that they're flipping the pucks out of the zone and just hoping for the best and turn it back over. We need to get them off of Igor. Please tell us that things will change tonight. Let's go, Rangers. Let's get a W tonight.
He wants to know, is the glass half full or is it half empty when it comes to this Rangers offense and getting them going? Your thoughts, Mollie?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for the kind words. And second of all, I mean, if you've listened to Peter Laviolette at all this season, you know he's not divulging any of his tactics or strategies for how they are adjusting and working to combat the Panthers. But I do think a lot of this series is just about getting to your game first and establishing your game first and then maintaining it as much as possible throughout the course of a 60-minute game. And so far, he's right. The Panthers have had that advantage, and they've dictated a lot of the play through the first 4 games. But the Rangers are still an opportunistic bunch, I think, with the stellar play of Igor Shesterkin and the way that their depth has come through. And that's why we're here where we are with the series tied at 2-2. But the Rangers have to find a way to be in the offensive zone more. You can't win games defending as much as they have been.
It's going to be a crucial, not must-win Game 5, and it all goes down tonight at the Garden. That was fun, Mollie. We got to do that again sometime. They got to keep winning, but we'll do this again sometime. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Brandon.